pick our merchandise giveaway winner. And to do that, we will go over here to the iPad. We will find our original video, and we need to copy this link. And then we will go to our fancy YouTube random comment picker, and we paste our video in there. Number of names, winners 1, start raffle, and I won myself. All right, so I will send myself some fancy prizes. No, not really. I won't do that. I will go ahead and pick somebody else who is actually a winner. So for now, you'll just have to wait and see who that is. Well, here we are, turning left out of my driveway. I know some people were bothered by the fact that I never turn left, so we're headed left today to go get something, and you'll just have to stick around and see what that is. Well, I just went through some barricades that said road closed, bridge out, but bridge was not out, so road open. But we're almost there. This is a lot more growed up in trees than the last time I remember it. Well, here we are at secret location W, and they just pulled in ahead of me with a semi, so that's good. There's bound to be somebody home. They're a New Holland crowd down here. There used to be a dealer down in this territory. And here's what we're after. The side shield off the Super 66. He said that that guy brought it down here and said he'd found it. A little bit bent, but probably still usable. But look at that, it's just like mine. Forklift. Yeah, power steering even. And that's funny though, because mine doesn't have that set up for the power steering. I think mine runs off the hydraulics of the...
Well, it'd be nice if it was that way.
I'm gonna have to do some research, because see, these are different than the
see that cylinder?
Yeah.
It's a goofy little, but it looks like
see, it triggers it. Yeah, that's the way it's made. So you got your main cylinder back here. I think this is just the one that tells it what's going to happen. Because see,
that might be a switch too.
Because see,
right,
yeah, see, that's because what it does is all it does is it pushes your existing steering box and makes it work. But that's pretty neat to find 2 of these. I mean, the second one I've seen, and this one's a diesel.
If the cylinder leaks, it needs cylinder fixed.
And I'd say mine probably does too, but I've never had it running. But that's pretty neat.
Yours don't run, or?
No, mine has a transmission. Oh boy, that's a good one.
Heater doesn't work. The heater for the intake.
Boy, it runs excellent.
I was able to miss when you first started.
Yeah, that's excellent. Yeah, that's pretty nifty.
The light on the dashboard.
Because you got no oil pressure. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Yeah, I had never seen one of these older ones around this territory, because mine came from Wisconsin.
This one was sitting over at Scottsburg at the damn...
He had it like from new, you think?
I don't know how long he had it. He had it a good while.
Now this is odd here.
But he just didn't use it.
I wonder what...
Well, I think someone's built that and stuck that on there.
Well, mine's got a canopy on it though, but I'm not sure.
I figured this
that's
one
a different. That looks kind of like homemade, don't it?
I figured
Looks kind of like we made it out of 6-inch pieces of steel we had.
Before.
Yeah, and then sawed it off and put it up. But that's pretty neat. I'll have to look on mine and see how that's plumbed up, but mine doesn't use that pump. Mine uses I'm pretty sure it runs off the tractor hydraulics somehow. But that's the...
No more than I use it, it works. But if for me to keep it, I'll have to get that generator redone because it doesn't work.
So everything's wired together there, so that's what we was wondering.
Oh, the charging part of it is what you're...
See,
Yeah, it doesn't charge.
Yeah, see, we'd have to...
We just keep a hot battery or put a charger on it every once in a while.
You know what I mean?
And you haven't experimented with anything, huh?
No, we haven't messed with it, Ross.
Because I bet you could probably almost even sand the points in here and get it to do something.
So,
Because that's what it's got in there, just like a set of points.
Really?
So, but yeah, you want to be able to start it whenever you need it, not just...
we just, when we're using it there, we just snap the charger on it and let it charge there, and then it'll start.
Well, it started now just excellent. I mean, that's about as good as that you could ever expect. I mean, that's...
So,
can you still get them heaters?
Not that I found, and I don't know if there's some kind of aftermarket solution. Yeah, you're not going to get them. You'd be better off to get you one of those, like those cat's heaters where you could circulate it through there somehow.
You know, block heater now,
because this one doesn't have, these little ones don't have the cast lower elbow. That's where the element is in all the other tractors, you know. So you'd have to get just one of those. I had one on something once that worked okay. I mean,
put it in the hose or whatever.
Yeah. So, but that's pretty neat. I mean,
but I never had seen one of them with a power steering pump on the end of the generator.
all the 3 digits. That's the way they had it. Power steering was on the backside of the generator, and then I guess when they went to alternators, they did away with that idea. But I think that is actually, like I was telling him, is a GM product of some variety. Because see, on the row crop tractor like this, not the forklift, your power steering cylinder just clamps to this rod and then back to the tractor, and you have one on each side, and then it runs off that, and then it has a different steering box that tells it to tell it. Yeah, because they used like this steering box and on an old Ford are identical.
Too,
So it just tells it, you know. But that's.
But that's one thing I wanted to ask you about, because you're around these Olivers all the time. I didn't know whether they had a different deal on some of them or whether they was all made like this.
They were all made like that if it had factory power steering. But like I was telling him, my forklift's not set up that way. So I got to find out what is done to mine. But see, I've never had mine running, so I don't know, you know what. But it has to have worked, because there's no other way to steer this the way it's put together.
Got a cylinder in the...
Mine's just like yours there.
Over there.
Just like that on that side.
Probably plumbed into the pump somewhere and just...
That would be my guess. I just have to trace the line. Mine's got the third...
Still got the generator on it?
See, I can't remember that now. Now that you say that, I'm thinking that it has an alternator on it. Somebody's converted it over.
Yeah.
Mine has the third valve with side shift on it.
Oh, really?
So
That'd be nice.
that's kind of what I thought too. I thought that would be handy. But
I like for this one to move sideways, but it don't. So.
Well,
You
if you unload on a hill, it'll move sideways.
Well, it's not, you know, you can get by with it all right, Ross. I mean, you don't get it that way, but when you set them damn pro boxes on top of each other like we do in the barn.
Yeah, it'd be nice to be able to just move them.
Move it, you know, and get it.
But that's about all it needs. It's a big pro box. It's too light and ass for anything more than that.
See, I'm trying to think if mine's got extra weight stacked on there.
Well,
I can't remember.
We got some Ford weights here we're going to put on here.
See, I think mine has...
I really didn't figure it'd get that light that quick.
But it does.
It does, yeah.
See, I was thinking mine had holes up here. Maybe not. I'm thinking of something else. And it took those super style weights.
If you can find me one of these...
The little bitty is hard to find, the little size. But I'll try to find one.
I'd like to have one of them to go back over that. So.
Do you have the lid or nothing?
We don't have nothing.
What you got there is what we got. I'll try to find one. I know they're tough to come across, but I'll
the guy that had this was over there at Scott County Tower. And I went in there one day, and it was always sitting under the shed, been sitting there forever. And I said to him, I said, did that old forklift run over there? And he said, yeah. Well, when I first seen it, I thought it was an old Alice.
Uh-huh.
It was just sitting back off the road there. I thought, that's an old... Oh, he said, that's an old Oliver. And he said, it'll start right up.
Huh.
I said, it's an Oliver? And he said, yeah. But he said, the only bad thing is, he said, I lost the oil plug out of it, and he said, I don't want to start it now. And he went and he got an oil plug for it, and he put oil in it, and I went back in there one day, and I said to his boy, I said, did he ever decide whether he's going to sell that? Yeah, he said, he's going to call you one of these days. Well, about the time I got ready to leave there, he walked in. I said, you going to sell me that old forklift? Yeah. And I'm pretty sure it was $1,000 or...
Oh my gosh, you were a lucky duck there. Yeah.
But anyway, he sold it to me right there on the spot.
Man, I paid more for that for mine, and it don't even work. It's got a transmission problem. Mine's got to be...
Now what about yours there? Is it a gas or diesel?
It's a gas, but it's identical to this. It's
now,
a 5...
Perkins, or do you have Oliver in it?
It's an Oliver. It's an Oliver gas motor. Both, gas or diesel. They're the same. The bottom end's basically the same, but it's a Waukesha motor, But there's something wrong seriously in the rear end. You could hear it when we towed it from the corner. That's where the semi couldn't make the turn, so we had to pull it from the corner. And you had to have your foot on the clutch the whole way, or sometimes it'd grab and start spinning the motor. And
you didn't see if it'd run?
yeah, it might have run, oil and fluid all over the road, but you got to take, the bad thing is you got to take off everything that the forklift to get to it to fix it, But one of these days I have to get that done, because that's what I wanted it for, was to move seed pallets and stuff in the spring,
Oh, that would be handy for a lot of stuff.
Because and you'll find 1,000 more uses for it, because I'm sick of when...
We ran onto one day. It was an old Massey one. It was about this size, maybe a touch bigger. It was on 56, but the guy didn't want to sell it. It was in pretty decent shape.
He told me it was good for junking. And then one day I went through there. He was a junk dealer anyway. And I went through there one day and I thought, that old forklift ain't sitting there no more.
He junked it, huh?
And, but anyway, it was gone. I said, he sold it to somebody. I said, when he was getting the right day, I said, where he needed some money. And
yeah, that's the thing. If you can hit it at the right time, then you... Oh my gosh. What's that over there? That don't fit down here, does it?
No.
That's why it's hiding in the back, huh?
Actually, it's a 3020 John Deere. And me and John Deere, so we never did.
Yeah, that's
John
just
Deere
about...
business. But the guy gave me that tractor and said, get it a running. And the guy I farm on. And he said, it's your tractor when you get it running, but he said, I'd like to hear it run again. And I said, okay. So I got it a running and everything, and we had it out there, and he come down here one day, and I had it sitting outside out there. So he sat there on the side of it, and on his little walker thing.
Oh, so he's an old guy, huh?
Yeah, he's up in age. And he sat there on the side of it, but the hydraulics, we still haven't got the hydraulics right on it. They're still messed up.
Well, see, the way they made those tractors was every engineer was in a different building, and they all figured out one piece, and then the last day before it was start time to make it, they decided to see if they could put it together into something. And that's how they'd make a John Deere, because like they decided, and they realized we forgot the front axle, so we better put one of them under, so they slapped that on with a couple screws. I mean, but a 3010 diesel, that's kind of unusual, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean...
And the old tractors, back when they had it redone, it had a gas motor in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he took it and had a decent...
I hauled it to the other side of North Vernon up there for him, and anyway, the guy up there took a motor out of a combine and stuck in it, and it's a pretty hot little machine. I mean, she sounds
It's probably
good.
more than what a 3010 was, or 3020.
3020, yeah.
Yeah.
I know, it's just got one battery in it. I need a dang battery box for it if you run over one.
What is it? One of them skinny ones that go under the
Well, I need one on the left-hand
passenger
right-hand
side?
I mean.
Oh, it's even a tricycle, huh?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
With a nice industrial starter on it.
I don't know whether the damn thing will start or not.
You gotta shake the steering wheel, don't you? Isn't that standard procedure? Oh, there you go. Well, runs good. 4-cylinder.
We hooked it to the feed grinder there, the Orly antenna did.
Pump it stuck. And Roadmaster.
Uh-huh.
That damn shut off in there.
Yeah. Sometimes they can just practically be impossible to get loose.
It wouldn't hit a damn lick. It wasn't getting no fuel.
That's like that 1755 when I bought it at an auction. The pump was stuck. It wouldn't fire on ether or nothing. It wouldn't. So.
Yeah, but anyway, it wouldn't be here if it come here without any cost.
That's the way, yeah. That's the best way, yeah.
But then they told me there's a remedy for it. You take that.
You take it to Crute, and that claw comes down on it.
I guess you can put down in it, where that suck line comes.
Uh-huh, and then won't lose prime.
It's supposed to not let it lose prime, yeah. But I don't know.
What's that burn up one you got out there? Is that something you had that caught fire, or did you buy it that way? When I come in the driveway there, had like a 1206 or a...
No, 806.
Yeah, 806, yeah.
It's not burned up, but it's looked that way.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
It's been outside its whole life.
Oh.
We got that off of a guy.
It actually is pretty good. It's got a turbo and everything on it.
Oh, really?
It's more like a 1206.
We got that off of a guy, and I bought him a 666 International with a loader on it.
Okay, I think I remember you telling me that story now. Did you say that?
It's been sitting there. We've never had time to work on it, so it's been sitting there all the time.
Oh, that don't happen.
What it was, it started knocking.
Oh, so it needs something then.
It's got to have the motor taken out anyway.
It needs some tender love and care.
Yeah, they all do. I mean, but you got this one to pull you through, so thank goodness. You know, that you got one that won't let you down.
If it hadn't been for them boys wanting to see whether they were doing anything or not, like, there'd be no International sitting here to the grinder, because we always had one of the old M's or something.
That's what I thought. You always had that to grind with. Well, that's kind of neat, though. I mean, a tricycle, you just don't see that many of them.
7.6.
Nice. Is that a true all IH build, or is that like a Steiger with a IH motor?
I figured that's an IH build.
It even has IH on the planetaries. But that's neat. I don't think I've ever really seen.
Steiger build, the two articulating them for sure.
Oh, how International built it, but they got juice underneath of it.
40. Pretty big cubic inch. 4568.
It's called 68, but it's a 66 series.
Yeah, didn't they do that with all their V8s, didn't they? Like
Put
the
8 on the end.
8.
V8.
That's pretty neat, and it looks like it's in excellent shape, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty good shape.
I
just wish when I found it that it had a narrow set of tires on with a set of duals on it, but that wasn't the way.
Yeah, well, see, that's like mine. It's got these big super singles, but they're an oddball size. Mine are 23.134s, and the tires are about, $1,800 a piece if you're lucky. And I found one the other day on an auction for a spare. I thought it'd be nice to have a
neighbor back there's got two or three back there at junk ones, but
Doug used to, me and him worked together and stuff like that and everything.
What's this one? 656. Is this one of those German diesel ones?
No, this is international diesel.
What's that? A 756? That's
726 had that
German diesel.
No, they had them in a lot of them. 826, some 826.
826 had it.
Some of the.
Them old German diesel 706s had some of them in it.
I know that they said that they were relatively trouble-free, but
yeah, they was.
a narrow front 1206, that's pretty
This is the
pretty
front end
slick.
out from underneath the old
Raymond and Archie.
Raymond and Archie Dardich's tractor.
Huh.
Barrett bought Raymond and Archie's tractor, and this one here had the wide front end under it, and they had it sitting in the barn, and this one here, hell, it wouldn't turn over or nothing when we got it, so. But anyway.
And they turned over, but the pump was stuck. I had to take the pump off and get it rebuilt, and then it started then.
But
Did you paint it?
Steve painted those.
Really?
yeah, Steve painted the hood and stuff on it.
I think it was pretty rough.
But that's the way. I like that when they had those white fenders like that. I think they're sharp looking.
Well, see,
And the put a
Tractors.
new rim.
the 66 series, the only thing they had white on them was the trim there on the hood there. And then they painted the rims, everything that had red
It was
on
red. That's what I thought.
But when I had one of them and I repainted, I think the wheels red or white on it, and
Gives it a little bit of color to it.
and then there everybody goes on about them and looking better because they got the canopy on them with the white canopy. So
Yeah, I like the canopies.
I do too.
I
I
wish this,
Oh,
look.
all of them, all our 66s has got canopies on them except the 666. It don't have one.
That's just a little feller, isn't it? A 666.
It's the same as the 656. It looks just like it.
It's just the updated version.
the newer style engine in it is all.
Oh.
Really.
And you don't have to hold the warmer down. That one there's got a warmer you got to hold on to start it.
Oh. That's pretty neat. Well, I think we're gonna call that a video. So that they didn't have all their tractors at home, but that was a nice assortment of stuff to look at. And I got an excuse to go get my side shield off the Super 66. And now for the event you've all been waiting for, the winner of the merchandise giveaway. So we will go over here to the iPad. We will find the video that we commented on originally. We need to copy our link. Then we are going to go to our random YouTube comment picker. We will paste this in. We want to include comment replies, so if you commented on someone's comment, it counts you. Filter duplicate names, that gives everybody one shot. And I commented on every video, so that's why in that first clip it picked me, because technically I'm entered in it because I commented. And there was 172 or 3 comments, but by the time you whittle out the duplicates, that takes it down to, I think, 72. We want one winner. We push the button, and Rick Stoll. Rick Stoll, you are the winner. So get a hold of me, Rick. I need your contact information, and I need to know what size shirt you wear, and I will send you some Oliver goodies in the mail. So thank you, everybody, for entering. We may do another merchandise giveaway sometime in the future, but today's winner is Rick Stoll. So as always, thank you all for watching the videos. I'm amazed that people actually find this entertaining. So thank you. And if you haven't already, subscribe, because that really helps me out. Leave a comment on videos. Hit the thumbs up. You know, all that stuff does wonders for the YouTube content creators. So if you can do that, that would be great. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.